this is Chris the Nightmare Ariola, and you're watching Mission Boxing Today on YouTube.
Yo, I'm not even gonna front, man. This fight between Thurman and Garcia is pretty damn intriguing. I know I covered the heavyweights, man, but this is gonna be a pretty damn good fight. I've been watching a whole bunch of videos, press conferences, seen Angel Garcia, he going off and acting a fool at these press conferences and nigga this and nigga that, and he's just going crazy in these in these little press conferences and some of these interviews, man. You know, Danny has had to deal with his father being like this his whole career, so he's used to it, and he knows his pop, he knows his personality, he knows he can't change his father. You know, so he lets his dad do his thing. The one thing I like about Danny is he knows on fight night he has to fight regardless. Whether his dad is quiet as a church mouse or his father is just saying ridiculous things, you know what I mean? He's going to have to fight on fight night. So I think he's used to it. As far as their bond, I think they have a solid bond, man. You know, he seems like the type, and I'm going to get to my opinion about everything. So, but I think he has a solid bond, or they have a solid bond. It's not how every father and son would handle situations out in the public like this, but he has that type of mentality that he's going to ride and die with his son, and he's going to stand up for him and fight with them and argue with them and get in confrontations with them and stay in front line. Should probably jump in front of his son. You know what I mean? So it makes some people uncomfortable. You know what I mean? But with that said, though, he can do whatever he wants. Now, my opinion about all of that is I just think it comes across as just tacky, man. Especially when he was nigga this and nigga that to Thurman. I'm not going to say he was doing it to try to scare Keith Thurman, because that's, you know, that wouldn't make any sense. You can't scare him. I don't think he's scared of Danny. I don't think he was even trying to intimidate Danny. I just think his father, that's just his personality, man. You know what I'm saying? But there's a time and a place to act like that. You know, there's a time and a place for that, but he's so used to acting like it's normal to him. But there's a time and a place. I mean, he's treating these press conferences like it's a fucking you know, dice game on the block. You know what I mean? Or something like, you know, it's like there's a time and place to act certain ways, man. You know, you're not on the block. You know what I mean? So you don't have to act like that. You know, this fight is going to be a big fight. A lot of fans going to tune into it. I think the fight is selling itself even without Angel acting the way he is. That's how good of a fight I think this is, at least on paper. You know, so Angel, you know, then I guess he just came out the other day here and was saying that he, you know, people saying that he's racist, and he said, nah, fuck black women and all this. So it's just like he just keeps saying ridiculous shit. Like the way he talks, you know, I grew up listening to rappers in my back in the day, like Big Pun and Fat Joe, Noriega. I'm talking about 97 Noriega, not the new version Noriega. But like, so I grew up listening to cats that were, you know, Puerto Ricans and half Dominicans and, you know, talk like that. So it's not like I've never heard it. But the way his father is using, and I believe his father is from, you know, I guess, you know, he says he was, you know, used to dabble in the street life and all that. And he comes across like an old school street guy, but it's just, that's the thing, old school. It's like you don't even, and then we're not even that type of setting. It's like you trying to bring the street element to boxing. And this has happened all the time. I've seen a lot of fighters do this, a lot of them, a lot of fighters, their entourages, they want to bring that street element to boxing. So it's nothing new. It's not like he's doing something new, but it just comes across as really tacky, just really tacky. It's just so out of place. It's like, you know, you at the party and then, you know, somebody bumped the record and it's like, whoa, what the fuck did he just say? It comes across like that. Like, bruh, you know, you can go in there and say, hey, we gonna kick your ass and all that. Or like the shit he did with Zab. The thing, when he got into it with Zab, that shit was funny when he said, when he was talking to Zab and he was telling Zab he feels sorry, or he's not trying to hurt. Yeah, he's not trying to hurt his feelings or his corner feelings, but Zab's going to get beat. And I didn't mind that. Even when he said, he's like, yeah, you and your fucking Janet Jackson hat. That shit had me dying when he said that. He was talking about that old Janet Jackson Rhythm Nation song. what did that come out? That was like the 80s, like 88 or something, 89 when that song came out. But I don't think she has stars on her hat. I can't remember the video exactly. But he brought out the Rhythm Nation. I was like, hell no. But so I don't mind that, but just when he was saying nigga, it's just tacky. Just in this setting, man. Like if you on the block, like I said, the dice game or the, you know what I mean, in that type of environment where it's that type of atmosphere and that type of energy going on, then I would expect that. But not in this type of situation, man. Like it's just tacky. You know, but as far as the fight though, stylistically, I would favor Keith Thurman. I think he's going to give Danny problems with his movement. And it's not so much that just Keith can move. He can move and he can hit on the move. He can punch on the move. And he's a good power puncher. So it's not like he's one of these guys that's going to be moving and, you know, barely land a glove on you just so he can stay away. No, he's going to stand and trade. You know, he's going to stand and trade too. And Danny seems as if he needs you to be still to hit him. You know, I think if Thurman were to apply some of what Lamont Peterson was doing, if you guys remember, I came out, now if you guys follow my other channel, just my Mr. Boxing Today, this is Mr. Boxing Today too, but my Mr. Boxing Today page, when I did my post-fight, oh, I was so pissed, man. I was pissed because I thought Lamont could have won that fight, man. And he just did a few things I thought that, you know, he should have did differently. But props to Danny. You know, he's the one in there fighting. He doesn't control the scorecards, man. That's one thing I'd say about Danny. He doesn't control the scorecards. He just fights. You know what I mean? So I can't blame him necessarily. But you got to mix it up with Danny, man. You got to get his respect. And then if you have his respect with your punching power, or at least how fast your punches get there to make him stop and reevaluate trying to walk you down, if you get his respect and you can move, I think that's a hard fight for Danny. Danny's going to have to set up that left hook. He just can't wing it. Now, he probably can throw it in the middle of an exchange, or he's going to have to throw it whenever he can land it. You know what I mean? But I think he's going to have to set it up. I think going to Thurman's body will be key, because when you go to somebody's body, naturally their legs slow down. So going to his body, trying to break him down and making his punches count when he has Thurman in front of him. Because Thurman's going to move a little bit. You know, he moved, you know, he did well against Sean Porter. I thought that was a damn good fight, the fight with Porter. I'm not sure Danny is as relentless as Sean is coming forward and just, you know, that dogged attitude of, I'm going to get mine, you know, I'm going to get you against the ropes. I'm going to bulldoze you, you know. That's really not him. You know, he likes to come forward and be aggressive and throw, but not in the manner that Sean Porter likes to, who's really physical in there. But it's going to be a good fight. I'm definitely not going to underestimate Danny. I did it before. I picked Matisse to beat Danny, and I was wrong about it. I picked Peterson to beat Danny, and on the score, you know, and technically I was wrong about it. So if Danny wins this fight, it won't surprise me, man. You know, now we can say that, yeah, but those guys aren't Keith Thurman. That's fair enough. But I'm just saying my picks have been wrong about Danny. You know, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be entertaining. I don't think either guy's going to get emotional. I think right now, you know, they'll talk shit back and forth and, you know, Angel's going crazy. But once these dudes get in the ring, that's one thing these cats know how to do it, and that's fight and how to compose themselves. And, you know, Danny believes that Thurman hasn't been in a spotlight like this. As far as I heard in the interview, Danny was saying that, you know, Keith hasn't been in a big of a fight like this. You know, so I guess we'll see, man. You know, I guess we'll see. That's, you know, Danny's opinion. But I think it's going to be a good fight. Danny's going to be in there with a big, well, not a big, but just a guy that's a natural, you know, that is a real welterweight. And we're going to see how Danny stands up, because Danny's there to be hit too. You know, he doesn't have, he's not a magician in there when it comes to getting out of the way of punches, you know, so he'll give and take also. I just think Thurman has more facets to his game, man. He can move, he can bang, he's tough, he's durable, he comes to get it, and he's a smart guy. I know he does the whole KO for life, but he's also not an idiot. He's not the type of dude where, okay, well, I told everybody it's KOs for life, so I'm going to go in here and try to get the KO regardless, even if it's not the right game plan. No, he's not like that. You know, he's not, and I'm glad he's not like that. I'm glad he's not living up to his nickname to the point where he fuck around and lose a fight. You know what I mean? So he knows when to stick and move. He's a smart guy. So if he feels that Danny Power is, okay, I don't really want to be too close to this, then he's going to use his legs. You know what I mean? But Danny, you know, trying to get a jab, try to neutralize Thurman with a jab will probably be a good thing to do too. So you can keep him in front of you and you can blind him with something and bring something behind it. Because I think Keith Thurman's reflexes and his ability to get out of the way of punches, he can have Danny swinging at the air. You know, but Danny should make some body shots count though, man. It's going to be an interesting fight. Interesting fight. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Who do you think is going to win this fight? And what do you think about the fight? Let me know. I'm out.